and welcome back to the Slow Commute Club. Ever since swapping out my 4 wheels for 2, I've noticed a huge improvement to the well-being of my life. I've spoken about some of the practical benefits of commuting by bike in some of my other videos, but today I want to share a few of the deeper reasons why bike riding has genuinely changed my life. One of the biggest ways in which bike riding has changed my life is the improvement it has made to my mental health. Bike riding gives me the time I need to process my thoughts. The repetitive motion of pedaling is such a regulating activity for me, and it's almost like a grounding exercise. I'm someone who needs to move my body for my brain to make sense of things, and bike riding does just that. After spending time on my bike, I always feel much more clear-headed and calmer than when I started. This works for me for whatever mood I'm in when I start. When I'm feeling frustrated or annoyed at something, I just take it out on the pedals. Over the last few weeks, I've been driving quite a bit as I've been moving home. And it's interesting how much I notice the difference in my mood driving versus bike riding. Maybe I've gained serenity on the bike, but perhaps a little less patience in the car. Oh well. I've spoken before about the benefits of bike riding as incidental exercise, but what I haven't really touched on is the energy that I get from bike riding. It genuinely feels like having a strong coffee. No matter how tired I am, which is often, once I hop on my bike, I feel awake again and even more energetic than when I started, but maybe a little bit sweatier. Disclaimer, I am definitely not talking about riding 50 kilometers up a hill or doing a speed session. I'm just talking about maybe a 5 or 10 kilometer ride at a slow pace, of course. And I now look forward to my commute to work because I know that when I get to the office, I'm going to feel energetic and ready to go. For years, I would get the train to work, and I actually really loved it. I worked in the outer suburbs, so I was always travelling against the peak hour rush and would often have a whole carriage to myself. I really did look forward to just sitting down and doom scrolling on my phone for half an hour. But now that I ride to work, I don't spend the first part of my day burning up all of my dopamine before my day has even started. I'm definitely not trying to be preachy. I still find myself doom scrolling most nights. But I definitely do notice a big shift in my mood and motivation when I start my day outside, taking in my environment, rather than staring at my phone. It just feels like a softer, slower way to start the day. Finally, bike riding has definitely changed my life by showing me a whole new community of bike lovers, transport lovers, and overall just awesome people. I'm naturally introverted, but there's something so nice and comforting about the online bike community. So many of you have reached out on Instagram or left some kind comments down below, or I even saw my page shared on Reddit last week. It's pretty cool and exciting to have a shared interest with so many of you. I know here in Melbourne there are so many weekly group rides that happen, And whilst I can't often make them, I am planning to share some resources on my Instagram for those of you who are interested. So if you have anything to add or want to share bike communities and bike rides in your cities, leave it down in the comments below for others to see, or on Instagram and I'll try and share it. These are just a few of the reasons how bike riding has changed my life. So if you're ever craving a slower pace or a little more joy in everyday life, maybe two wheels might help you. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.